not ready for this.
Hi, I'm April, and I'm here today to talk to you about running a phone bank and being a phone banker. So, let's start with what to do when people come in, and it's best to always have them sign in, have a sign-in sheet ready, get their information, and have some lists ready if you're doing it paper style where you make lists in advance and hand these out. It will always have a list of who the voters are, a little bit about them, their demographics, as well as what to mark in their responses of what you get from them. Now, this is one way to do it, right? And then the other way is to do it through a virtual phone bank, which is another system that works great. You can collect the information and it will be data entered immediately. This is a little more efficient because the data is collected right away. No one has to enter piles of data later. Right. So first of all, you sign in. If you're doing it online, you get your script. You always have to have a script ready to go to inform your volunteers about the candidates. They always need to know a little bit about the person, what they're running for, why they're qualified, because voters are going to ask and they're going to want to know why they should support this candidate. We have one here. It's pretty short. It runs down through the list and it should follow along with the questions on your data sheet. And if you're running a virtual phone bank, it's already doing that. So always be friendly whenever you're talking to voters. They can hear your smile. Be cordial if they're mean. Just try to get to the basics. Use the script at least a few times until you've got it memorized and can talk comfortably. And those are some of the basics of phone banking. Hi, we had to pull Lorraine out of the other room just to go over some more details. But Lorraine, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about how it's been going for you using the virtual phone bank and the differences from using the call sheets?
Well, yeah, the virtual phone bank seems to be a lot easier because you take the data directly, input the data directly on the computer screen and it's automatically recorded. So it's a lot more convenient. What I recommend is if you've never done this before, there's a process to log in and you need a phone number, a contact phone number. Could we give them one?
If you have one.
Could they give me this one?
That's my number. Don't give them my number. Well, but it's good to have someone handy who is experienced and a contact person on your team who can troubleshoot problems.
Yes, the first time you do this, so that you can log in and get started on the virtual phone bank.
And how about some issues you may have had while you're calling people? I mean,
well, that part is like a normal phone bank. There are often lots of people who don't pick up their phone. If it's something that you're able to leave a message about and you're okay to do that and you have the okay from the recommendations on your call list, then go ahead and leave the essentials, just the bare essentials about your message, so that at least that's happened.
So,
but talking to people, you want to be positive, and you want to be pleasant, and you're providing a service, giving them information that's helpful information for being an active citizen in a democracy. Usually people appreciate that once they realize you're not trying to sell them something or push something down their throat, that you have a give and take conversation on the phone. The important thing is to be able to get information to them, and in the case of doing a phone bank, to actually get the data so that data can be updated for constituents in your area.
So often when people are phone banking, or what we've heard some comments here tonight, is that you're making a lot of calls and no one's home or no one's picking up, what would you say to people who haven't phone banked before when they experience that?
Well, that happens. And think of your own household. That happens a lot. Again, if you're able to leave a concise, clear, pleasant message that's informative, do so. If not, just reply that you weren't able to get through, either that it was busy or something, so that that person can be called again. In other words, if you record busy, then that person will still be on a call list made in the future and be able to be reached by voice.
Right. Like often, especially at the beginning of a campaign election cycle, the lists are fresh. These
Yes.
people may have moved, numbers are disconnected, and we're still really just cleaning things out.
Yes.
And it just takes time. And like you said, a lot of people just aren't home or they're screening their calls, so just be patient. So thank you for taking some time to talk to our audience about phone banking.
And we have people in the other room. It's pretty loud and busy. That's why we're here alone explaining this. But good luck with anyone who wants to try a virtual phone bank.
So, now you know the basics of a very important part of any campaign, phone banks. And it's easy to do, not too hard, as long as you follow these basics and you have a process in place. Follow your process, train your volunteers, know your candidates, and always have food. Hope it goes well.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire.